So okay, so this is our first activity, and the topic was ki, how can we use light to understand about matter and its different properties of matter, basically. So before going into the theory of it, to explain it, I would rather just start with the experiment, right? So I just have a setup, and I hope like if everybody can participate, we can do this together. So what you need is maybe any torch or a mobile phone with light. So that's the first thing that would be needed: torch or a mobile phone flash. Okay. So what I have here, if it is visible, is just a very crude way to do it. Okay, so I have one acrylic sheet here. I've just kept it on a inverted table, and I'm keeping this mobile light just below it, so that it is projected on the ceiling. This light is passing through the acrylic sheet. You can see. Okay, so if we can see here, the light is passing through the acrylic sheet. So this is the acrylic sheet, and it is being projected onto the ceiling as well. Okay, so now I will just switch off the my light and close the door so that we get um, better contrast. Yeah. So, if the brightness is not too much, okay, let me just give it a little bit more height. The brightness will be. So I think now it is relatively better off. So what I'm having is, like, if you can see my hand, like this is the setup. Basic setup is this: you have a torch, there is one transparent acrylic sheet, and that is being projected on the top. So now let's start with the just starting with the experiment. Let me just bring a little bit of water, and what you can also by that time try pouring some water right on the top. Okay, so I'm just pouring a little bit of water on the top. If you see on the top, then you will see a very beautiful image of the projection of the water. You can just like play with it. It looks very bright. If you can if you have a really good torch, like this here also you can see, like it's pretty bright, right? So uh, the first question is basically what is going on. Like I'm pouring water here, right, and I'm getting a projection on the top. You can see like the view is getting magnified in the top. So one thing, like if one question, or you can improvise this activity, is to exactly calculate what will be the magnification. Like how many times this simple water droplet is magnifying. Okay, so that is something which we can think about, and why it is getting magnified in the first place. Anyone can like any student can think of it, like why we are seeing a magnification in size.
Sir, may I?
Yes,
Sir, because it's acting like a lens, sir.
is it a lens? Yeah, the water is acting like a lens. What I'm telling is like
Yes,
even if
sir.
I keep my hand here, okay, so my hand is also getting magnified, right? Size of my hand is also getting magnified. If I
So,
come closer, the magnification is more, right?
So,
Yes, yes.
so maybe
so,
of light.
so because your hand is very close to the screen, which the acrylic sheet is actually the screen with the torch underneath it. So when you put your hand closer to it, it appears to be larger.
Yes, you have partly answered the question. And why is it like if suppose that I'm if my hand if suppose the wall comes down and it is closed, then what will happen? Like if
I'm
suppose
sorry,
I
sir.
keep
I meant the roof is actually acting like a screen.
yeah,
So
Yes.
it's close to the light source, so it appears to be magnified. If you kept in the middle of the wall and the, torch, it would be the same size.
yes, that is correct. So what kind of property is being used here? Mathematical, what mathematics you are applying here? Something which we might have learned in 7th, 8th standard. What's the math behind this magnification?
Linear equations, maybe.
Linear, like equations, no need for equations. Yeah, of course, linear equations are involved, but as in, what is the property which for due to which we see this magnification?
Maybe proportion. Maybe
Yes.
Sir, diffraction. Sir, inverse
Converging property.
proportions.
inverse proportions. Yeah.
Inverse or like directly proportional?
So like, it can be inverse. It can be inverse or direct.
Proportion
The way
between
you
what?
look at it.
Yeah,
Like
between what?
the closer your hand is to the light source, the bigger it appears on the screen.
Why? Like, what is the uh, if you can make an equation out of it, like what mathematical shape you would need to explain this?
So convex
So okay, I'll
lens.
ask one more question. Like if what shape the light is traveling into, as if that which is passing through. Like if you see the light, what do you expect it to go up? Like if you draw all the rays that is coming out.
Yes.
Okay, so what will
So
happen when we draw all the rays that are coming out?
it would be conical in shape.
Yes, it's a
It would be conical in shape.
very good, excellent. So that's one part, conical. So if you take one cross section of the conical, vertical cross section, not the horizontal. If you take a vertical cross section of the conical, what you will get?
Sir, triangle.
Very good, yeah, triangle. So now can you tell like what is there? So basically the water droplet on the sheet and the projection on the top. So can you tell something about these two and take this as one vertex? The source of light is one vertex. Okay, so the water droplet here is one base and the projection on the top is the another base. So what are they forming?
Sir, an isosceles triangle.
Yes, there are two triangles, no?
Three.
Two triangle with one common vertex and an angle. That is the source of the torch. Right? And these two triangles are similar triangles, no?
They're congruent.
Yes, sir.
They're similar, I would say, not congruent, but similar triangles. So this is one small triangle. On the ceiling, there's a bigger triangle. The acrylic sheet is following a smaller triangle. It is making a smaller triangle. The top projection is a bigger triangle.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and these two are similar triangle.
Yes, sir.
So can you guess what
Yes,
will be the magnification? Like how many times it is getting magnified? What would that be proportional to?
That's the base.
Distance.
It can be
Distance?
proportional to the distance between the acrylic sheet and the torch.
Yes,
So
very
it
good.
would be inversely proportion because the closer it is to the torch, the bigger the image.
Okay, so one way, see if you see the size of the actual droplet divided by the size of the droplet on the top of the screen, top of the ceiling, that would be equal to, one can say, the height between the acrylic sheet and the torch divided by the height between the height between the torch and the ceiling. Right?
So it could also
Yeah,
be
so that
said
is the gradual increase
so
of the
that is-
size.
ratios of sides of
Yes,
triangle.
there is one small triangle and bigger triangle, and if I bring the torch closer, what will happen? The ratio will further increase, right? Because this distance is becoming very small between the acrylic sheet and the torch. Okay, and if I bring the ceiling down, or if I take the whole setup up, then the size of the droplet will go down. Okay, so that is the math behind it. Simple, there are two similar triangles. The sheet is forming a smaller triangle, and the top ceiling is forming the bigger triangle. And the height difference is causing the magnification. Okay, so what advantage do we get with this magnification? Even now you can see that there is a gap between the sheet and the water. Can you see the dark region here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that we can magnify that which is typically not visible. Okay, so light or any form of radiation has a very different penetrative property, and it can give us certain things which our normal eyes cannot see. Okay, so that is the one big advantage. So now what I'm going to do is add a few drops of water, drops of oil in this water, in this water droplet. Okay, so I'm just to add a little bit of oil over here, and then you can see now that are they mixing together? Do you see a mixing or a gap?
There's a gap.
Gap.
There's a
Okay,
gap.
so can you now it's
There's a
clearly
gap.
visible, right? There's a gap, right?
It will not mix.
They don't mix together, and the gap is pretty much visible, right? Like again,
Yes, sir.
it's a bright metal line and oil line. Okay, so if you see on the top, you can clearly see that there is a boundary which is separating these two things. Okay, so I'm having some trouble in keeping the water straight. Okay, just give me a minute. I need to increase the height for this. Yeah, now I'm better. Now the visibility gap is clearly visible. Okay, so any reason why this gap is there?
So because they're
Because of
invisible.
the
They
what
are
is the reason?
because of the difference in density.
Different refractive
Because of the difference in density.
Density is one part. See, that would come when we are stacking water over oil. Okay, so suppose if I add honey, which is again dense, what will
Optical
happen?
density is different.
Yes,
different refractive index.
So,
that is one point. Okay, different refractive index. That's why we can see the difference between them.
so their
And then
optical
why are they
density
not
is
mixing
different.
together?
Sir,
Yeah, invisible means that. Yeah.
oil is not soluble in water.
Why?
But the nature of the liquid.
Sir, because
What?
they're immiscible liquids with form different layers.
They immiscibility basically means that they don't mix, right? So the question is that why are they immiscible? You have to go to the
So they have
atomic
different
level.
densities. So they have
Yeah, different
different
Properties of the liquid are different.
densities.
What property is different?
Intensity.
Intensity.
Polar, non-polar.
Very good. Yeah.
Yes,
Polar,
sir.
non-polar. Okay, so that is the difference. Fine. So can you tell what is polar and what's non-polar?
Sir, fats don't have any polar part.
Yes.
Sir, oils and fats don't have any polar part.
What do you mean by polar?
Polar is when the electrons of a molecule, like
Yes, yes. Electrons in a molecule. You are in the right direction.
when the electrons of a molecule are attracted to one atom and they basically ionize that atom and giving it a negative charge.
Very good. Very good. So that you see in water, right? So
Yes,
among the
the
two, which is
oxygen
polar,
is
which is
negative.
yes, oxygen is negative, partially negative, right? Not fully negative. It's partially negative, right? And hydrogen is partially positive. So basically, what is the reason for that? What do you
Because-
need to form a polar bond?
So difference in electronegativity of the atoms of a molecule.
Yes, very good. There should be a big difference in the electronegativity of the atoms. Yeah, very good. Okay, so if the electronegativity difference is high, then we can see that there will be a polarity. So in oil, is there a polarity?
No, it's non-polar.
No, it's non-polar, right? Okay, so oil is non-polar. Okay, so we have enough of, what do you say? Yeah, here I think it's very clear. Like there is a central region which is very brightly different from the other. Okay, so oil, what is the most common bonds that are there in oil? What kind of bond is there? Between which atoms? So oil is basically what? It's a hydrocarbon, right? One of the hydrocarbon derivatives. Okay, it's an organic molecule which has mainly carbon and hydrogen. So they are non-polar. The bond between carbon and hydrogen is non-polar. Okay, so we have here is miscibility. So now what I'm going to do is to remove this miscibility. So how can I remove this miscibility gap? Yes.
So by an emulsifier.
Emulsifier, very good. So what does an emulsifier do?
It basically, I think, coats the particles of the oil so that it becomes soluble.
What does it coat it with? You're right. And what does it coat the oil with?
The polarity opposite to that of water.
Well, you can't put it that way, but yeah, I get what you're trying to say. So what does an emulsifier have? See, water has polar. Oil is fully non-polar. Okay, so what will an emulsifier have?
Would be
In order to bring these two together. Suppose there is there is person A and there is person B. Okay, so person A and person B, they don't know each other, they don't meet each other. So what should person C be so that they two meet? So they should be friends with both, right?
Yeah, like
Yes,
a
So that
common.
someday we can get people together, right?
It should be a new.
So
Emulsifier should be polar and non-polar both.
Very good.
It forms
Yes,
an
it has-
interfacial film.
Very good. So to form an interfacial film, someone said yes, it has to have both a polar part and a non-polar part. So can we see that in action here? I'm just adding a few drop of Dettol. See how the way if you can look at the top, then it looks very beautiful. Like as if you are creating a whole galaxy. So I'm just adding that, and slowly how it spreads, pushes the oil and water, everything. And like if I just try to mix it a bit. Okay, then after a while you can like almost not see any, what do you say, difference at all. Like there might be small globules which might be there, but they also will over time.
No, there will be there.
Yeah. Like, so have you tried doing that? So I just added a little bit of Dettol, or any soap will do, detergent, liquid soap, or anything will do. Okay, any emulsifier will do.
Niklesh ji,
Yes.
one question from Angas Singh. He is saying that could you please repeat what you added just now?
Okay, so I just added a drop of Dettol. Dettol hand wash hota hai na? I just added one drop of it. If you don't have that, no problem. You can add soap solution, detergent solution, even detergent powder and mix.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, did you dilute it first or you just added it in?
I just added one drop.
Okay.
No, you can dilute also, no problem. But
So
like,
eggs are also an emulsifier, right?
yes,
Eggs are also an emulsifier, right?
eggs, I don't know. Like they are very thick.
Yeah.
So maybe they might have some issue mixing it. Give it a try. I don't have an idea if eggs will do the job.
Okay.
Since they themselves are thick, but give it a try. Like
Okay,
if
okay.
you have an egg yolk, then and you can now see on the top like how almost everything has become one. Okay, so there is no miscibility gap. So this is something one of the experiment. Okay, should we add it or to mix or leave it? Even if you leave it, the process will be slow. Okay, then also the mixing will happen. But if you can just mix it a little bit, the process will be fast. Okay, so this was one part of the experiment. Okay, yes, I think the yolk contains emulsifier, so they should also do the job. Yeah. Okay, so this is just one part of the experiment. Try, like maybe you can try it using different ways. Like try adding a color solution to see how it mixes, and experiment with paints. Like some drops of paint you can add and see how it mixes with water, like how the color propagates and get diffused. That is one way you can play with it. And like this is just one part of the experiment. And so I'm just removing the sheet now, and we will proceed to another very interesting experiment, which will give us some idea about solubility in water. Okay, so this is just one part is over between oil and water. So how will we make a galaxy? Okay, so this is the background of the galaxy. Fine. So in the next experiment, we will make the galaxy. Okay, by adding sugar and salt. Sir, what should be the effect of adding soap? Okay, so what soap has is one part is it is non-polar. So that it has a long carbon chain, but towards the end of the chain there is a polar part that contains CO bonds. Carbon, it's a carboxylic acid, that too converted to salt. Okay, so what happens? It's COONA at the edge. Okay, carboxylate. So what happens is that it that part gets attached to water, and the long chain gets attached to oil. So together, the effect is that soap molecule comes in between both water and oil, and it binds them together. Okay, so now since soap dissolves in both oil as well as in water, so water and oil now have no other option but to mix together. Okay, so that is what's happening. So towards the end, I will show some slides to again clarify the concept. Okay, so I think with that, if everybody have tried this, or you can just watch it and give it a try later, and better to do it at even at a very dark room and like late in the night, so that the contrast will be very clear. Okay, so yes, soap is the person C in the example, exactly in the example that I gave. Okay, so now we will move on to the galaxy making experiment. So this is just one, I'm just taking it out and washing the whole thing. Okay, so we have the sheet again. Okay. So this experiment will, what you need is a little bit of sugar and little bit of salt. And can you guess if between sugar and salt, which will dissolve faster and why?
So salt will dissolve faster.
The salt will dissolve.
Salt will dissolve first.
Salt, definitely.
Yes, but why?
Because it has smaller.
Because it has smaller
Salt has
particles.
smaller
Suppose if
particles,
I
and therefore most
crush-
obesity.
The smaller depends on the particle.
Okay, suppose I crush
Actually
the
depends.
sugar particles, make it very, very small. Much smaller
Still
than
salt.
if I take rock salt and fine sugar.
Sir, because salt is
depends
an ionic compound.
Salt is polar, sir, and whereas sugar is non-polar, so it will dissolve later, sir.
Is sugar non-polar? Then it won't dissolve at all.
No, sir, because salt has two components. One of them is like
Sir,
positively
it's
ionic,
ionic compound.
cation, and then the second is an anion. So the water molecules surround the cation and anion separately, which makes it dissolve quicker.
Very good, very good. But now, can you give an analogy about sugar? What is happening with sugar?
Sir, hydrogen bonding.
Ah, very good. Yes, that is there. Hydrogen bonding is there. Then it also has polar bonds, right? It might not be ionic, but they are polar, right? Or else it won't dissolve in water, no? It has those CO bonds, OH bonds. Sugar also has that, no? Sucrose. If you see sucrose and fructose. Okay, so that will also be there. And you have given, like, partly the answer is correct. Okay, that ionic bonds will get dissolved in water. And whereas sugar also gets dissolved in water, right? What is the reason for, like, now let me just add a few like sugar. So if I just spread it out, now you can see the, like, how it behaves. Okay, so as and when it slowly gets dissolved, it forms like a galaxy of a lot of stars. Okay, so I'm just adding some more water so that the difference will be more. And if I just, like, if you can mix it up a bit, you can slowly see how the, like, small parts, they start getting dissolved. Okay, so whatever you are seeing in my screen won't be very clear. Okay, so the best way to see it is by just doing it. Okay, and if you see it on the top, especially in the night time, the contrast will be more. I think, yeah, someone was asking, like, how is it related to radiation? Okay, so what I'm showing is using light as a radiation to understand about matter. Okay, so similar principles are used for even for scanning, PET scan, X-ray scan, and so many other, like, scans are there. Okay, so each and every of these experiments and even medical devices uses some MRI scan. Okay, so there is something about the way any form of radiation, light is also a radiation, electromagnetic radiation, and the way it interacts with matter. So what we see here is, first of all, between the acrylic sheet and water, there is a difference in refractive index. So we are using that property to, that is what making the water droplet visible, right? There is a difference in refractive index, and so towards the edges we see it bright. And then we are adding, like, when we add sugar, then also there is a difference in refractive index between the sugar particles and water. So that makes the sugar, like, particles, like, once they start dissolving, right? So you can see that they are separately visible, each and every sugar. Maybe in the screen it's not.
Sir, Vinita here, sir.
Okay, you can't see sugar in the ceiling. It's just a big blob. Maybe, like, after a little bit of time, and if you have like a very bright torch, it will be visible. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
sir.
able to see them. And maybe if you use the oil experiment, then you need to wipe it off completely, because that will again interfere with the visibility of this.
Okay,
So
okay.
what is, okay, what I said was refractive index. Refraction means bending of light.
So if I want to interact,
Okay, so
again,
refraction
can I
is happening.
come
That means
here?
light is bending, but compared to the acrylic sheet, water is bending it more. So that's why the blob of water is very clearly visible. And even the sugar
Can you
particle,
send
I think,
another
it should
link in
become
message
visible. Like,
box,
I'm able to see it in my ceiling, although the camera is not doing justice to what I'm able to see. Okay, so those little droplets are there which are getting dissolved, and as if, like, forming a spiral kind of a galaxy. If I just mix it a little bit and give it some form of an agitation, you can see that relatively the number of sugar has. Okay, so refractive index means the ability of a substance to bend light when it passes through it. Okay, so that is known as Snell's law of refraction. So what happens is it will bend the light any material which makes the light pass through it bends it, and the ratio of that and it decreases the speed of light basically in that medium. If the speed of light is decreased further, then the bending will be more. So compared to the speed of light, the ratio is taken. So like the speed of light in vacuum divided by the speed of light in that medium will give an idea about the bending capability of that medium. So that is the refraction. So now what I am going to do is add a little bit of salt to the center. Okay, so now you can see it as a blob, right? Just sprinkling a little bit of salt everywhere, and like very quickly you can see that if I just shake it just a little bit. Okay, so then, okay, so salt, which one has more refractive index? That I have to see. Like water has high refractive index. I think sugar will also have high. The morning is clear, visible clearly. Which one? Yeah, maybe. Like you need a few things to work perfectly to have the best way of doing it. Okay, so and even I discovered this whole thing accidentally when suddenly the power went off and we switched on the mobile light, and there were a few drops of water in the dining table, and that was somehow getting projected on the wall very brightly and in a very big way. Okay, nothing is visible clearly. I think maybe like I can see it. Like what is like there on the top. From my eyes it is clear. Okay, let me just add a few more amount. Okay, like maybe in one corner I will add a lot so that the difference becomes clear. Okay, so at the starting it will be very dark, just like a dark blob. Okay, and if I just sprinkle sugar, I'm crushing sugar a bit so that it looks bright and clear. Okay, if you see that there will be a difference between them, and over time, like if you just let it shake a while, okay, I just mix it a bit. Okay. Then it will be. You might as well, instead of acrylic, try glass. Maybe glass can give a better visibility. That also you can give it a try. Like from what I see is, like now I think there will be, like you can see like small star-like things, no? On the top, at least for me, visibly it is very clear. Like if I see the ceiling, but in the camera I am not able to like see it clearly. Like, okay, I'll bring it to the corner where. So what are you doing side by side? I'm just shaking it a bit, and just to make sure that it is slowly getting mixed. Okay, so now if you see, like most of the salt has dissolved. Like if you can give it, but the sugar is pretty much the same. You can just leave it as it is and see how, like, what do you say? How it goes. The experiment, how the experiment proceeds. So if there is a visibility problem, there are 2-3 ways to get it better. One, either try glass sheet instead of acrylic sheet. That can help the job, or increase the brightness. Maybe if I make it come closer, I think now is it visible better? I'm just trying to make it come closer. Okay, so those sugar crystals are now looking like bright spots, right?
Yes, sir, they are visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, maybe that will do the job. Like we can increase that thing will help. Okay, so like, make it come very close. Like make the light source very close so that, and like this way, this is what I said, like you can create a galaxy. Oh wow, yeah, Gulfam sirs is very clear. Okay, I think if I let me also try switching off the fan. That will also help. Yeah, Gulfam sirs is really amazing. like absolutely clear. Like each and every, like this galaxy has much more stars. Yeah. I think I projected Gulfam. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think partly because in my place the brightness is not too, like contrast is not too high. I think Gulfam sir is perfect. Yeah. So you can see here, Gulfam sir, can you add a little bit of salt also, if?
Sure, sir. Sure.
Yeah, so that we can see the difference. Yeah. Yeah. So if we just can and sir, can you just shake a little bit, like just the tap on that, so that like that, and then leave it. Then we can see, like, yeah, sir has created a beautiful galaxy. Yeah. So if we can see that the sugar particles, you will see like slowly those stars are dying, like it's disappearing very soon. Whereas the bright big sugar ones are there. And even if we have crushed sugar, you'll pretty much see the same thing. And rock salt. If you try with even rock salt and crushed sugar also, it's pretty much, it will be the same thing. Okay, so yeah, thank you, sir. Like, this is a very clear, like, view. Yeah. So and as it dissolves, can you see like how it is like getting extended in all directions? The light itself is getting spread out. So that is what we can, like, by using light as a form of radiation. Yeah. Yes, sir. Gulfam sir needs to take a nice pic of it and share it with us. Yeah. So, and, like if you can see each and every crystals, slowly you can see that it is getting dissolved, and that also will become visible. Like its size goes down, and like the nearby region color will also change. Then slowly, so like you can see there are spots where it's going completely invisible also after a while. So these are our ways in which we are using light to see certain things which otherwise we cannot see, by, like, for example, using radiation. The same is in a way happens to X-rays also. Like it penetrates partially through something, it does not penetrate to something else, so we create a contrast. And many such in this energy boot camp. So energy is one part, the other part is application of radiation. Wow, so this is very clear. Okay, so other part is the application of radiation. So when we like by using radiation, there are many like, even if you learn that the whole discovery of atom, the atomic model, it would have been impossible without the knowledge of radioactivity. There also they used radiation, made it pass through matter, and saw what happened. The Rutherford's experiments, if you can see, that is also one example where it totally shattered the way we see the world. So this is just one small demo, and since we cannot use like radioactive substances at home, so this is, but we are trying to understand the concept, and I hope like these experiments kind of demonstrated the beauty of radiation in understanding what is matter. So I think we have some more minutes left. So I've just like, can anybody else who has created like an amazing galaxy like this, can anyone share? Okay, can you please explain the compounds, etc.? Okay, and also just a second. So yeah, if the crystals are staying for a longer time, it simply means that it is taking more time to dissolve. So how do we get to know about matter in this experiment? So here we are using only visible light. So what visible light cannot give us the idea about atoms. Okay, to know about atoms, you need X-rays or some other forms of more, what do you say, high energy radiations for that. But what we are seeing is we understood about the miscibility gap, about the solubility, right? So these are the things we are exploring. In the same way, if by using much higher energy radiation, okay, so that is okay. So okay, dining table is working. That means I think glass works better than this acrylic sheet. for giving the contrast. Yeah, and so with light as radiation, okay, so we can get only some idea. But some like this is something which like we know about visibility gap, but we could not have seen it very clearly. If we like by this projection you can like very clearly see it.